Hello ladies and gentlemen, those in between, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Everett, and for today's video, we're going to be reacting to the Erik Grönwall story.
In a hospital bed. I didn't know if I was going to make it, and I made a promise to myself. If I survive this, I will sing for the rest of my life. My name is Erik Grönwall. I won Swedish Idol. I sang for Heat. I got cancer. I nearly died.
Wow.
I joined Skid Row. I sang for Michael Schenker. And then I decided to do my own thing. And this is the story.
Wow.
I grew up obsessed with music. My dad was a musician in the 70s, and he taught me how to play the guitar, and he taught me 3 chords, A, D,
Three chords.
E. And he told me, now you can play thousands of songs. I was like, thousands of songs? So powerful, you know? I won Swedish Idol, and I was 21 or 22 at the time. And I remember thinking, okay, it starts now, it's happening, you know? And then I realized I had no fucking idea what I was doing. So after Idol, I was on a major label, I had a career, I recorded music, but it wasn't a very good career until I was asked to join Heat. That changed everything for me.
Okay,
That was
now
a
let
long-
me pause the video right here, guys, because we'd like to talk about like his early musical roots. Like learning guitar from his dad showed him like those small lessons that can open big possibilities. Early experiences and guidance can actually shape your passion for life, and I can tell that he's pretty much close with his father. And of course, winning Idol, I think it must have been exciting, but at the same time it was also confusing. It was just in his early 20s at that time, and I think that experience really taught him that fame didn't automatically mean success. You know what I mean? So I think that experience really showed him the importance of learning, patience, and I think figuring things out on your own.
Rock band that sounded like the kind of rock that I liked, that I grew up listening to.
Heat.
And that's where I found myself as a singer, artist, songwriter, my stage persona. That's where I became the artist that I am today. We toured pretty much all over the world. We recorded music
Wow.
together for 10 years. We did
10
so much
years.
stupid shit together, and it was the best time of my life. And then after 10 years, I decided I wanted to explore what else was out there, and I decided to leave the band. And
Okay.
that's when I got sick.
Oh my God, wait, I don't think I'm ready for this part of his life story, but I would like to talk about how much his face lit up when he started talking about all of the things that he did together with Heat. You know, wow, it reminds me a lot of my previous job as well. I think that Erik really learned a lot of things from being one of the members of Heat.
Leukemia, blood
Wow.
cancer. I remember the moment the doctor told me. I still remember exactly where I was sitting. I remember what I was wearing. I remember what the room smelled like. You know, you don't forget something like that. The treatment was brutal. And I had days where I was like, okay, this is the end. My life is over. 33 years old. I had a bone marrow transplant, and I don't remember exactly when, but at some point during this process, I was like, I'm gonna fight this fucking thing. And if I make it out of here alive, I'm gonna sing for the rest of my life. And I made that promise to myself. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna sing for the rest of my life.
To be in that situation must have been very, very difficult. Wow, he was only 33 years old when that happened to him. I mean, battling leukemia made him realize how fragile life is and how precious every moment can be. I also experienced the same thing. I was 35 years old when I was rushed to the hospital. I had to stay in the hospital for more than a month because at first I had severe anemia, and then that medical condition got complicated because it was not treated immediately. I had to stay in the emergency room for almost 2 weeks. Can you believe it? I had to had blood transfusion, but unfortunately, medical healthcare here in the Philippines is not as good as it is probably in European countries. So it really reminds me of those moments when I had to take a leave of absence of work for like more than 6 months. And I was the breadwinner of the family at that time, and I felt like everything was shattered, like I didn't know what to do. Wow. I love that promise that he made. I mean, that life-changing promise that he would sing for the rest of his life if he survived cancer. And I think that gave him a reason to fight and a sense of purpose. Very inspiring.
And I made it out. About 2 months later, 2 months after my bone marrow transplant, I got a DM on Instagram, and it was Rachel Bolan of Skid Row.
Skid Row.
Fucking Row.
Yeah, very popular.
One of the bands I grew up listening to.
Right.
18 in Life, Youth Gone Wild. It was so surreal because I did 18 in Life when I auditioned for Idol.
I don't know much about Skid Row, but they are definitely very popular even here in the Philippines. And I think that being asked to join Skid Row must have been like a dream come true for Erik Grönwall. Like, wow.
What a full fucking circle moment. And
Yeah.
they reached out to me 2 months after my transplant and asked me if I wanted to become their
Too
singer.
soon. Too
And
soon.
I was like, yeah, hold on, I'm just gonna call my doctor and see what she says. And I did. And I was expecting a no, obviously, because it was 2 months after my transplant. But she was like, yeah, it might work if you always stay close to a hospital and take your
Okay.
medicine, you should be fine. And I was like, really? Okay, let's fucking go. So 6
Wow.
months after my transplant.
Okay, here's the thing, guys. 2 months after his transplant, probably was not allowed to work at that time. I totally understand that because maybe first he needed a job. He needed to survive financially, maybe. And other than that, of course, he's very much passionate about performing. Music is his life. So, I personally can't put the blame on him for doing that. In my case, 6 months after I was discharged from the hospital, the doctor told me that I still couldn't go to work, but I asked the doctor, please allow me to go back to work. I understand the situation.
I was in Las Vegas as the new lead singer of Skid Row.
Wow.
Before I even met the guys, we recorded an album together, and it was all so surreal. I weighed 55 kilos.
Whoa.
But I knew that
Skinny.
this was my moment, what I've been waiting for my whole life. And I knew I had to sing. I had to keep that promise to myself to sing for the rest of my life. And I ran out on stage that first night, and it was insane. We toured pretty much everywhere together. Did a lot.
I think that the takeaway is that staying ready and believing in yourself can actually lead to unexpected opportunities. And then being asked to join Skid Row, it was surreal. It must have been a dream come true. I mean, after years of hard work, like, are you kidding me? You cannot stop somebody who is, who possesses like a massive amount of passion for music.
Shows in the
Erik,
States. We had a great
unstoppable.
run, but after 2 years of touring, my recovery caught up with me, and I had to take a step back to fully focus on recovering after all the treatments. So I spent about a year.
That's probably more like a reminder that health is wealth, and health is one of the most essential, most important, most significant things that we need to take into consideration on a daily basis.
Fully focused on healing, taking care of myself. I stopped taking the medication, and
Okay.
I've been working out, I've been doing martial arts, and
Wow.
today I feel like I did before I got sick. And then another legend reached out to me, Michael Schenker.
Oh,
If you
sounds
know rock
familiar.
music, you know what that means.
Okay, sorry guys, I don't know, but I have so much respect for whoever that person is. He must be like a rock music legend. I
So
apologize.
back on the road with Michael Schenker, I had the best time, but before that, something was building inside me. I asked myself at some point, who is
Who?
Erik Grönwall?
Okay.
Because I've always been in bands, and it's been great. But now I feel like it's time to tell my own story. I had so much music inside me that had never come out. And if I was going to keep that promise I made to myself at the hospital, I felt like I really had to do this. I have to do this for me. And the album Bad Bones is the answer to that question.
You know what? Challenges in our lives, generally speaking, reveal priorities. Difficult situations often force us to see what truly matters in life. And when something goes wrong, it can actually help us focus on our goals, values, and relationships that we might have been taken for granted. And struggles, setbacks, these things, even illness, these things teach us patience, strength, and these things push us to develop skills or qualities we probably haven't discovered about ourselves yet.
I've experienced a lot of crazy things in my career, surreal things. But honestly, I feel like it's just starting now. I went on a soul-searching journey, just focusing on writing music together with my producer, Fredrik Tomander, at Palma Music Studios, and my buddy, Jonah T. And we ended up with this album called Bad Bones, which will be out May 22nd. And it's the most honest thing I've ever done. Every song tells a story, and I'm extremely proud of this album. And
So his songs are actually based on his personal experience, and that is why so many of you in the comment section mentioned something along the lines that he went through a lot in his life. And I think that that is one major thing that makes him really impactful as a singer, because he doesn't just sing vocally, technically. He sings from the heart. He sings based on what he has experienced in his life. And pain can always lead to purpose. I mean, difficult or painful experiences often spark clarity about what we want or who we want to become. And this is exactly what I'm getting at here.
Start of this journey. My name is Erik Grönwall, and I will sing for the rest of my life.
Woo! Goosebumps.
Yeah!
Yeah! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright guys, this reaction / commentary video is pretty lengthy already, so please let me know in the comment section below what you've learned from this 6 minute and 49 second short video. Has this video inspired you, motivated you, made you realize things? Tell me in the comment section below. Anyway, that's about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when the next video comes out. Peace out.